Doing the damn thing, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Pretty young right now.
Yeah. Did you expect to be fighting like this deep into your career? Not only that, but picking up still like highlight reel finishes. Like you look spectacular out there, and as you mentioned, it just feels like you've maintained a level even at a late age.
Yeah. Thank you. No, I did not think I'd be fighting until I was 38. My plan was to get in the UFC, fight the best guys, win, get a title, be financially able to retire around 30. What am I, 38? So 8 years past that, and I'm still going, but it feels great. I have no problem with missing my first goal, and now I'm on to my second goal, and that's what keeps me motivated.
Yeah, you've become a fan favorite over the years, and since you're a veteran, like people really respect you, and you're always somebody that excites the fans when you're on the card. What does that mean to kind of have the backing of the MMA community? It really feels like everyone's kind of been wants to see you succeed. Almost.
Yeah, it feels great because you see the fans change as the times go on. Society changes. It's like different kind of movements, and you don't really know what you're gonna get. So 15 years in, the fans are still reacting. They're still enjoying watching me fight, and it just motivates me more to keep going and keep getting in here and fighting to the best of my ability and to continue to get better every day.
Yeah. And what's next for you? Is there a specific card or name that you would like next?
To get better. That's what's next for me. To get back into the gym, to work on things that I need to work on improving. My wrestling can get touched up. My jiu-jitsu can always get touched up. My striking can always get touched up. I just want to improve every day. I'm all about growth right now.
Thank you. Congrats.
Thank you.
Michael right here. 14 years in the UFC this
15.
month. 15, sorry. And we just kind of talked about it here, but you've outlasted a lot of your opponents. Is there anyone in particular, though, that you would really like to run it back with, to get one back?
Yeah, the Justin Gaethje fight. That's the one that I want. I think everybody would love a Gaethje Johnson, too. I gave him that opportunity when he came over when nobody else wanted to, so I think he should go ahead and give that back, and we need to run one. Because I know he knows he got away from that one.
And then at 38, obviously you are closer to the end than the beginning. But now that you've gone past where you thought you would fight until, do you have an idea of how much longer you'll keep doing this?
5 years, 10 years. I mean, I always tell people I want to do 8 to 10 more years, and they look at me with this face. But I'm like, I'm not slowing down anytime soon. Like, as long as my body's healthy and I can get through what I need to get through, I'm going to fight for as long as I can. So I think Nate Diaz said it the best, and he's turned into like a good friend, and he was an opponent of mine, so we always keep in touch. But he made a comment that said, shit, I'll fight till I'm 50. I'm just getting started, so that's what it is, man. I'm just getting started. This might be my peak. A lot of people peak at 25, 30. I might be one peaking at 38, 40. So
Best of luck. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Michael, where does this knockout rank all time for you? Because you've had some memorable ones, and this was a damn good one.
Yeah, pretty good. Definitely top 3 for sure. Just because, for starters, I didn't think people got knocked out with the new gloves. So I was like, okay, well then maybe it was just the way they punched then, because I had no problem with them, But it was good to get in there and get a finish, to make a statement, not just go in and get a decision win, because you have to win in a fashionable mode to stand out. And, that's what I had to do. So it's definitely one of the top ones.
You mentioned Michael Chandler in your post-fight interview. He had a response to you. My man, Michael Johnson, is the best right hook in MMA, and he says he's still mad I beat him in high school wrestling. Your reaction to that?
That's it. That's what I told everybody. I go, he beat me 4-3, so we need to run it back in the cage. That was my point. But it's funny. I just wanted to stir some shit up, man. I love Chandler. He's a great guy. He's a great athlete. We've known each other since we were in high school. So it's great to get a response from him. But it's all for shits and giggles.
I say this all the time. I think the lightweight division in the UFC is the hardest division in all of sports. It's just so loaded. And when we look back at some of the resumes in the sport, I look at Edson Barboza and just the murderer's row of guys he's had to fight. And then you look at yours and the murderer's row of guys that you've had to fight throughout in this division. Do you think back and reflect, you're just like, man, like every single one of these guys that I fought for like 7 or 8 years, is just, and just looking at what they've accomplished throughout their careers, do you reflect on that and just be like, man, I have had one ridiculous road and I'm still doing this thing?
Every day I reflect on it. Every day, and I love it. You know, and that's what I got. I fought the best of the best, and me fighting those guys has made me into the fighter I am today. If it wasn't for, you know, the Nate Diaz and the Gaethjes and Edson and Gleason Tebows and, you know, all these top guys that I fought, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't still be here. You know, they've made me better. They've always had something that did to me in a fight to get me to improve. You know, the Khabib fight, you know, the Dustin Poirier, you know, I just want to thank those guys, like I said, because without them, I wouldn't be here.
Hey, Michael. First of all, congratulations. Great knockout. But
Thank you.
I don't want to keep harping on the age because everyone's talking about it. You're 38 years young. You've been doing this for a long time. And you just said, I mean, you'd go till you're 50. For you, at this stage in your career, what is your why?
My family. I haven't done enough yet. You know, I fought all these guys, but, you know, it's always the financial stability and the money thing. But, you know, I got into this game not for the money. And now it's kind of turned into that. So that's a little bit of my why now. You know, I need to put myself into a position to where I'm comfortable for the rest of my life. You know, I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, I wasted 15 years in the UFC fighting the best of the best, but all I have to show for is tough fights. Like, no, you know, I need businesses and I need to start a family of my own and do things like that. And the UFC, what I get from this is going to solidify that.
Is there anything in specific that would make it enough for you?
You got $5 million on you, 10 million on you. Like, I mean, those big paychecks will come. You know, I just gotta go through the mud right now. You know, I have to go through back the grind and get back up to the top 5, top 10. And you know, I'm willing to do that. I have no problem continuing to fight every lightweight in the world. You know, I think I've established that I'm willing to do that.
You were talking about getting that Justin Gaethje fight back earlier. How do you think that that fight would go at this stage?
It would be great. It was fight of the year the first time we fought. I think it'd be fight of the year the second time we fight. But I'd get it back, and then we'd have to run a third one. So I think we all should want that.
I want it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. Good. Thank you, guys.